Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am so sorry. I am really sorry. Sorry, I was actually just watching the Queen Elizabeth's funeral. Watching it live on my phone. But yeah, we'll get back to that. Yeah, so you're probably wondering. My mum's watching it in the front room as well. You're probably wondering, yeah, why am I always just, wishy-washy with my videos? Like, I know, I feel guilty, I really do. But a lot has gone on, like, a lot of changes has happened in my life. Um, by the way, I'm wearing this. I was gonna look cute for you guys, but I'm wearing this because my hair is conditioning at the moment. So, yeah, and I didn't want to lose sunlight, so I thought, you know what, let me just do the video now. So anyway, a lot of changes has happened in my life, positive changes, and I'm sorry I wasn't around for you to experience them with me. Um, I'll get into all that first. Like, first off, I had problems with my Wi-Fi because it doesn't work in the area. So for a few days, the Wi-Fi was off, and then after a while, like after a few days, it's like the Wi-Fi is still off. There's a whole load of palaver with Virgin Media, but anyway, Wi-Fi came on, and but there's still some things that I had to sort out. So basically, let's just do a quick catch up, and my hands are super dry. So today is obviously the 19th of September 2022. Future reference. um, Today is the Queen's funeral. She passed away on my 29th birthday. Yes, I was 29 on the 8th of September, and it's 29 on the 8th of September, and I actually found out she had died on my birthday. Like, she died on my birthday. My birthday, it was actually really nice. Like, the actual day was like normal, but like on the Saturday, went out with my friends. It was originally, you know what? I'm gonna save that for a story time. I'm actually gonna save that for a story time, and I promise you, I'm going to start banking videos again, like how I was before. I'm so sorry. So, first change in my life. Yeah. I'm seeing someone. Yeah, I started dating again. I started dating again. Wow. I went on one date, and I'm still seeing the guy that I went on the date with. He's really nice. We're actually official now. Like, he's officially my boyfriend now. It's like official. Um, like last week. It's only been a couple weeks, by the way. So yeah. We're official. I mean, like, there's still some things that I guess I need to work out with myself. Like some need to do some soul searching and just find out what's going on within me, because I've got this. I'll explain that all in a second, because I don't want to explain it now and then you don't know what I'm talking about, and then I go on to say what I'm saying and you're confused. So yeah, so there's still some things I have to figure out. So for now, yes, I have a boyfriend for now, and we're official. He's really nice. I can say he's a really nice guy. Like, I can, like, literally just, like, that's what I can actually say. He's good looking, and he's a nice guy. And he has a job, which is good as well. And he's local. Um, yeah. um, Second thing that I changed in my life is I got a new job. Yes, I quit tortilla, and I have a new job. I'm actually working with children now. It's actually really fun and relaxing, actually. Like, working in an after school club. I actually really like this job. It's just so chill, like not so much crazy hours. I'm not waking up early. I'm not leaving out at like when it's pitch black, almost midnight. Sorry, I'm also a little ill. um, I'm still reading this book. Honestly, like this book, it feels like each time I turn a page, another page is added, you know? Like that's how it feels. Like, well, to be fair, there was like a week or two. I think every reader can experience this. Like when you're at first, you're really into the book and you don't want to put it down, and then it gets to sort of like a slowish part where you're just like, all right, you know, I'm kind of over this. And instead of like reading your book on the bus like you normally would, you'd like you put on your headphones and listen to music or watch YouTube or something else, and then you come back to the book. But yeah, I mean, the old me would not have taken this long to read this. Like, and the thing is, it's got nothing to do with the length of my bus journey or anything like that. It's more, how can I put it? I feel like I've got too much self-help books. Like I keep looking over there where I keep my books, and I have way too much self-help, but like either self-help or historical autobiographies slash novels. Like I feel like I don't have enough. You know, like I feel like my books are too serious. You know, like sometimes it's good to have like self-help books, but it's also good to just have a break and just escape from reality, you know. But yeah, so today is obviously the funeral. I didn't go, but me and my boyfriend did go on, what day was it, Thursday, to Green Park. We went to Green Park, we saw the flowers, we went to Green Park, we saw the flowers, we went to Buckingham Palace, you know, like we left like, it was really nice, you know. I went after work, it was like dark, but it wasn't as crowded as it probably was during the day. Um, it's still kind of shocking, isn't it? Like that we don't have a queen no more. Like all of our lives, we've had a queen until now. Like it's really like we used to joke like, oh, she's never gonna die, you know. And I think I was mostly shocked because it's sort of like when you hear like Michael Jackson died, it's like died. What do you mean died? They can't die. You know what I mean? Like you just don't expect the queen to die. Like I don't think it's like my shock is to do with the fact that, oh, you know, I'm being a royalist or whatever. Like it's nothing about that. It's more, I don't know. It's changed. Like now we got a king, whereas before we had a queen. So that's, I mean, like there's just too much history all in the space of like 5 years. Like too much going on. We had COVID. We had was Brexit in the space of 5 years? No, that was before that. Well, no, actually, yeah, we had COVID. We had Brexit. We had Queen's death. Like I think, and now monkeypox. Although they're really trying with that one, like that's a reach. Like they're really trying with that one. That one ain't. There ain't no monkeypox. But yeah. So that's basically like been my update. Do you want to know how I quit a tortilla? So you know, I would do a story time, but then I'm thinking, hmm, is that a good message? I'm forever doing a story time on the jobs that I quit. So anyway, um, I was feeling really down. Like when I say depressed, I mean this job not the job that I'm at now, thank God, but the job that I was at in Tortilla, it was triggering. Like my I've always had this sort of insecurity of me not being good enough, me not being smart enough, me not being, and I'm literally working in a place where I'm one of the oldest because everyone is literally little ones. Like they're literally 16, between the ages of 16 and 20, and they're all in college or uni, and this is just their part time job while alongside studying for uni. Um, and we working in Soho, we got all these like high flyers. Sorry, I'm talking like this because I'm also kind of ill. I shouldn't really be eating this, but I can't help myself. But anyway, um, we have like all these like office admin people like coming in, like these professional workers coming in to Tortilla on their lunch break or after work to buy their lunch or dinner. And what I can't help but think is I look at these young ones and I'm thinking I'm like almost a decade older than these kids, because to me they are kids to me. And I can't help but think if I stay here, one of these days they're gonna be the ones, all suited and booted, coming into Tortilla with, asking for a burrito while I'm still here wearing my t-shirt, my apron and cap. And I guess that's me, my competitive side. I know I'm really competitive. I know I'm kind of, but I just thought, you know what, this whole hospitality, customer service kind of thing, I need to get out of it. Like I need to come out of retail. I came out of retail and I went into hospitality. I mean, not a huge difference, is there? So, yeah, so basically the reason why I found this job triggering is because my manager was a like I don't want to say it I don't want to say that loud, and I don't know if little kids is watching, but yeah, my manager was like, if you don't wrap the burrito the way she wants you to wrap the burrito, she makes you feel like you are so stupid. Like I'm left-handed, so things for me it's a little different to everyone else. Like me, I wrap my burritos fine, but she rathers the burritos be wrapped a certain way. And what I've started to notice, is when I start to do it that way, and as soon as I get the hang of it and I wrap it the way she wants me to wrap it, she then changes the rules. All of a sudden, she's gaslighting me and saying, "Oh no, you should actually wrap it that way, not this way." And I'm like, "Well, you just said for me to wrap it this way, but now I just done it this way after you've been saying for 2 days that I should be wrapping it this way. Now I've wrapped it this way. You wanted me to wrap it that way." I was watching this thing on toxic managers and how some managers, they can, be overcritical. I'm gonna do a whole different, because I've had my fair share of toxic managers, so I can literally do a video on that. So this particular day, I was feeling really low. Like I had an 11-hour shift, and I don't know if I've ever explained to you about my ankles. Like my ankles, like they're really sensitive. Like if, for example, say if I went to the gym the day before and I went really hard on the treadmill, or if my laces wasn't done properly, or or what I mean by properly is as tight as they should be, like my ankles will swell, especially this one, my right one, will swell, and and so standing up for 11 hours, doing everything that you're supposed to do, and you've got these, and remember, these are kids, like, yeah, they're not kids, but they are kids. Like, they are kids. Like, so they're standing about, they're joking, they're talking about college, they're talking about what boys they like, what girls they like, they're, you know, like, they're standing around doing TikTok, like, yeah, literal TikToks, yeah. And so I'm one of the older ones, so that doesn't interest me, you know. I'm a grown woman, almost 30. Like, I'm not doing no TikTok. Like, no offense to anyone who does do TikTok, but me personally, it's just not really my forte. Well, not my forte, but just not what I'm into. So, as I said, I'm almost 30. So, yeah, so, no offense. So, me, I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, and I can't, for the love of Christ, explain why. Like, my manager will always find a problem with just me. Like, it's so well and good saying don't look at other people, you know, like they're, you know, they've probably got their own faults and blah blah blah. But when you see these kids just standing around taking selfies on their phone, like, you got a queue of, I come out, I go to the toilet for 2 seconds, I come out, you got a queue of customers, you're literally on your phone, and a little, especially the best thing about that job was the customers. Like, literally, like, there's still a part of me that wants to go into admin, because honestly, like, these customers, they are so polite. Like, obviously you do get your odd rude customer, but, or like, you know, like, talkative customer, but a lot of these customers, they're really polite, so they're not going to start cussing and blinding. Like, it's not being them. Like, they're not going to start cussing and blinding if, you know, you're just standing there not doing anything. They're just gonna give a side eye, you know, and, you know, when I come out the toilet, they're looking at me like, yo, you know, like, this person ain't doing their job. Like, is someone gonna save us? So I come out and I do, you know, I've resulted to not really telling them to do what to do, because why am I going to tell them what to do just for them to do what they're supposed to be doing, and then for my manager to be like, oh, Nicole, you see, that one's doing this one's doing that. I want my manager to see I am doing my job. I'm not the manager, so I'm not telling A, B, or C to do their job. I mean, yeah, if they're in my way and if they're just standing about and it gets so irritating, I'll be like, oh, please do something. You know, that's what I'll do. But lo and behold, like, basically, long story short, you know, without me going on a tangent, my manager just picked on me, and I'm not going to pigeonhole anyone that's from Eastern Europe, or say all Eastern Europeans are a certain way, but a lot of them don't like people who look like me. And at my job, there wasn't a lot of people who looked like me. So part of me does think, does that have something to do with it? But who knows? So anyway, I thought, so my mum works in childcare as well, and she was saying, you know, like, it's really easy to get into after school club work, you know, like, that is like, it's really easy to do. And so I'm just thinking at this moment, like, I need out. Like, I really, really need to come out of this job. Otherwise, sorry, hiccup. Yeah, I thought it was a burp, it's a hiccup. Anyway, I'm going to explode. You know when you feel like, you feel like your blood is boiling, like, you can literally feel like it's boiling like a kettle, and you feel like one of these days you're going to snap, You know, like, and you know that one of these days you're going to either get yourself fired or arrested. That is when you know it's time for you to look for another job. Like, that is when, because like, it's not really about personality. Like, you can say, oh, I'm not a violent person, or I'm not an angry person, or I'm not an aggressive person. We're all human, and as you could be nice as pie, but you're human. And at the end of the day, if someone is digging at you, and then the other managers, because this the main manager's digging at you, you've got other people digging at you. So when there's no chicken down below, we call it downstairs. You know, when like it's actually just a cupboard, but that we keep, that's like a hot cupboard basically, that we keep like food in. You know, so when like you're on the cold section, the people who's on the hot section should be monitoring the hot section. The people on the cold section should be monitoring the cold section. And when you're on the cold section, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing on the cold section, but they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing on the hot section. And then they're calling out for chicken because there's literally no chicken, and there's like a queue of 25 customers, you know, all wanting chicken. All of a sudden, somehow, that's my fault. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't like to be made to feel like I'm inadequate. I don't like to be made to feel like I'm stupid, or I'm an invalid, or I'm incapable, or I'm, you know, because I know I was a good worker. Like, I know I was a good worker, and I know my worth, and I'm not going to stay in a job. It's like me, if I was to stay there, it'll be a bit like me getting paid to get bullied. Like, okay, we're gonna bully you, you know, for 2 weeks, and then pay you at the end of the 2 weeks. You know, like, thanks for being you know, like, punching bag. You know, here's your money. Yeah, like, no, thank you. Yeah, so I was applying, and like, it took 2 days, literally. Now, if you know me, you know, when it comes to work or looking for work, I've struggled, you know, like, I've changed my CV so many times, I've lied on my CV so many times, but there's times where I just feel so helpless because I'm not getting anywhere. 2 days, and I've got an interview, and I was like, cool. But the thing is, like, I thought, okay, yeah, that's cool, but am I gonna get the job? Went to the interview, left that an hour early, because here's what I do when I don't know the location of the interview. I leave out 1 hour early so that I'm not late, because Google Maps likes to, like, Google Map, if you've experienced getting lost because of Google Maps sent you to Timbuktu instead of where you're supposed to be. Yeah, you're literally, it's literally meant to be 5 minutes away, but they've sent you all around the houses, all the way up north and back again. Like, comment down below and tell me your experience of the good old Google Maps. I hate Google Maps. So I got the job, and I was told my start date will be the 2nd of September. I started on the 2nd of September, and I was told this mid-August. Like, this was like, I'd say like the, not even mid, like, I'd say that it's like the 13th, 14th of August. So I kept it on the down low. The reason why I kept it on the down low is because my manager had, unbeknownst to her, made a grave mistake on her end. She insisted we all read the colleague handbook. She was like, oh, everyone should, and this one of the days where she was picking on me, like, oh, you should know the colleague handbook. Why have you not read it yet? I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to colleague handbooks, you know, sometimes I skim my eyes through it and then I click read. You know, like, I'm not reading 25,000 pages of nonsense, or like describing the dress code or something like that. Like, if it's an area that I'm not too sure of, or if it's an area that I need to know, such as my payroll and things like that, like that's what I focus on. But I'm not gonna focus on the whole thing, you know, like who founded Tortilla and you know what I mean. So when she asked me if I've read the Collie Handbook, and I said no, she's like, "Oh, you all need to read the Collie Handbook." Now she put it in the group chat, and she was pressuring us to read it, so I read it. It was long, but one thing that I saw, remember we get paid every 2 weeks, and we have to give 2 weeks notice if we're gonna leave. But what it says is it's at the manager's discretion. Yeah, the manager's discretion whether they pay you for the 2 weeks work or not, or how much they pay you. Is that just not totally fucked up? Like, you work for a whole 2 weeks. I'm talking 2 weeks. Remember, we have like 10-hour shifts and all that. 2 weeks, and you know, and I know, that my manager will literally give me all the hours in the world, and I'll be thinking, oh great, you know, at least I'm gonna leave with a bit of change. Nope. She probably will not even pay me for that. She will literally rinse me dry of all my energy. Sorry, messages. Rinse me dry of all my energy, and then let me walk out with nothing. When I read that it's at the manager's discretion whether I get paid or not, the game changed. I thought, oh, because I know her, and I know she don't like me. I know she don't like me. I know for a fact she don't like me. So I know that it'll be at her discretion whether she wants to pay me or not. And when you're trying to be nice, like when you're overly nice, especially as a black person, all of a sudden they see you as a doormat. You're either really aggressive or you're a doormat. You can never be just in the middle. Like, you're always one or the other. You know, like that you can either be the aggressive person that they find intimidating, and you know, you're scary and you're aggressive and you're angry and you make people uncomfortable, or you could be or you could be the nice person, but because you're nice, they have this sick sort of, okay, you know, let's go back to slavery days with this person. You know, that's basically the mentality they have. But being in the workplace and knowing my skin colour and knowing, you know, okay, I have to be nice. Sometimes I find myself being nice when I should not be nice. Sometimes I find myself accepting things that I should not be accepting, and that's something else that I need to work on, to be more assertive. But being assertive sometimes can be intimidating to them. But yeah, so I kept my cool, and I remember I found out I had this job, and I was actually going to hand in my notice, but I thought, no, like something had, you see, I'm so spiritual, something in me told me, like this before I read the Collie Handbook, it's like a day before I read the Collie Handbook, something told me, don't hand in your notice just yet. You know, like, don't hand in your notice just yet. Like, see what happens, you know. I had a part of me that's thinking, what if I misunderstood? Because usually I don't get a job this quick. Like, it's me, you know, like, it's sad to say, but it's true, it's me. And usually when I want something, it don't come easily for me. I have to fight for it. I have to put in every ounce of energy that I have in order to get it. Like, it don't just come to me. You know what I mean? So I'm used to fighting. Like, I'm used to fighting, you know, for something that I want. And where I got that job, I thought, part of me thought, did I just misunderstand what he said? Like, oh, I do this all the time, don't I? 1 minute. I'm gonna close the door. Trust me to put on a wash before I make a video. Great. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, yeah. So, I decided to stay quiet, and I thought, let me just be as nice as a mouse. Like, let me just be super quiet and super nice. Like, don't talk back, don't be. And it was hard. Like, I kept telling myself, okay, only got 3 weeks left, only 3 weeks left. We can do it, we can do it, we can do it. Them 3 weeks dragged. Like, when I say they dragged, I mean they dragged on like so long. Like, and I was thinking, and the good thing about tortilla is, well, I don't know if it's all tortillas or just the one that I work at. Obviously, there's a lot of young people. There's a lot of people saying in college and uni. There's a lot of people who says I can't do this day, but I can do that day or whatever. So one thing that I'll give to them that I totally respect, that I might even follow through if I get my own, when I get my own business and I have employees of my own, check people's availability, because I really, that is something that that's one thing that I really respected about tortilla, the fact that, well, the tortilla that I worked at, as I said, I don't know if that goes for everyone, I don't know. She got so sick of people saying, oh, you put me on for this day, but remember I told you I have A, B or C, or, you know, I can't do that day, or whatever. Maybe she got so sick of that, she thought, okay, you got some of your availability and I'll just like do it like that. So, yeah, so basically with the availability, it's first come, first serve, and it's first come, first serve, and also meaning like the hours, like the hours you get, you know, the longer you take to apply, the less hours you get, you know. And I thought to myself, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work until my last pay, and then the following week, which was, the 28th, no, the 29th, yeah, it was the 29th, I think, yeah, so the week commencing the 29th, I put my availability for just Saturday the 3rd, yeah, that's the only day I was available. I took super long to apply, and I gave myself, I put just Saturday, and I'll get to why I done that, because you're probably thinking, why don't you just say you're not available all week, because then that would have been sus. But also, like, the stress that I was under while working there, and how toxic the managers were, and how much I just felt so unwelcome and so unwanted at that job. And as the weeks went on, as the days went on, I was feeling more and more uncomfortable, and I hated going to work. Like, I hated it so much. Like, it came to a point where I missed the job centre. Like, it literally came to that point where I thought, you know what, I missed the job centre. Like, I can't take this. Like, part of me wondered if I should just quit ahead of time, but I thought, nope, we're not doing that. So, there's only one manager that was slightly nice to me, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't really want to, you know, bait out, you know, the soul I was working at, or, you know, his name or his privacy. But he was really nice to me. Like, he's the only manager that was really nice to me. Anyway, so when they asked me for my availability for commencing the 29th, I put just because I've got a few personal issues happening, so I'm only available the 3rd of September, but like my availability will go back to normal after that. Because the thing is, yeah, that's another thing. Like, my manager used the hours as leverage or a weapon, you know, like if she don't like you, she'll give you less hours. And I noticed my hours going down and I was getting less money compared to when I started. Like I thought, this is ridiculous, you know, but I thought, you know what? She's trying to force me out, I'm gonna go out. I don't care. So when the week came, that was basically like my sort of week off, I'd say. In the first few, sorry, I've got a blocked nose. The first few days, that is first like when met my boyfriend. I'd say I met him on, yeah, I met him on Monday. Yeah, I met him on Monday. Um, and then I met him. Then we went out again the next day, like the first day, which was the 29th. Because obviously, remember, I had said that I'm unavailable. Because also, I worked a couple of days off my um, before my yeah. So anyway, obviously I wanted a couple of days off. And just to relax before my next job started. So the 29th, between the 29th and the 1st, I was just off work. So to obviously, like, the schools only came back on the 2nd, but you know what I mean. The 29th of September, I met my boyfriend. We went to, it was actually Bank Holiday Monday. It was Carnival. We both agreed that we do not go to Carnival because nobody's trying to get killed. um, so like I met up with him, and I feel like depending on how the outcome goes, I feel like that'll be a story time of its own. The next day, he took me to Wakamam Wakamama. Yeah, Wakamama. Am I saying it right? I don't think I am. Wakamama. I think I'm saying it right. Anyway, it's basically just like a Chinese Japanese restaurant. Um, we're in Victoria. It's actually his favourite restaurant. We went there, had a really nice meal, and um, and then we met up on Saturday. No, the Friday, the 2nd of September was my first day. I didn't tell him about my new job, as far as he was concerned. I'm still at Tortilla. But I don't know why I didn't tell him. I guess, just getting blocked again. So anyway, I literally loved it. I felt welcome. It was just a breeze. Like, it was such a breeze. Like, it was like from start to finish, I felt it was like a blink, it's 3.5 hours. Um, yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, can't be that much of a wage. And I'm gonna, you know what, I've been thinking about that. As much as I love it here, it's not a forever job. And I don't mean that in a case of, it doesn't, I don't mean that in a case of I'm too good for it, or anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's not a forever job. I don't mean that in the case of when I said that about tortilla, because with tortilla, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like I was too good for the job. I don't care what they're saying about me, not being fast enough, or me not wrapping burritos properly. Like, in my mind, seeing all these high end sort of customers all suited and booted, I thought I should be one of these customers. Like, I shouldn't be on this side of the glass. Like, I shouldn't be on this side of the glass. And that was a thought that I had throughout the majority of my time in Tortilla. And but with childcare, I'm not seeing it as I'm too good for the job. I'm not too good for the job. I like it here. I like, like, I don't feel silly for doing this job and being 29. Like I don't feel like I'm going backwards. I actually feel like I'm going forwards. So I've come out of hospitality. I've come out of retail, and I'm now doing something, and I could actually make an impact on a child's life by just being super kind to a child, or something like that. Or, like, I still remember some of my teachers from today, like even my after school club teachers. Like, I even remember some of their names. I remember, like, I used to have there's this woman that used to work in the after school club when I was younger. She was Fiona, and she was literally just so nice to me. And I'm 29, and I remember literally majority of the moments we had together, because she was super nice to me. And like, she would talk about, like, when I'd cry, on Father's Day that I didn't have a dad. um she'd sit down with me, and while all the other kids are like drawing Father's Day pictures and things like that, and I felt unhappy and I felt lonely, she would take my hand and she'll bring me to the book area, and she'd let us read. She'd read a book, or she'll just do something just to distract me from everyone making like Father's Day cards or something like that. Like, she was really nice, and something like that will stay with a child, because it stayed with me. And so yeah, so I don't believe that I'm above this job. I just feel like, job wise, I love it. Money wise, I haven't got my first wage yet, but I'm not exactly expecting to win the lottery. You know what I mean? So, and obviously with this whole cost of living thing and everything going on, I'm, me being 29, shit, like, I can't even, I keep going to say I'm 28 still, but I'm 29, so yeah, that's literally just something that I need to work on. I mean, like, there's still things that I want to accomplish in my life. There's things that I still want to do. There's things I still want to try. I mean, like, if I go to admin and I absolutely hate it, I hate working in an office, when I'm thinking, why did I want to do this? Then I'd know at least I wanted it and I tried it. But for me to never try, I don't think so. I'd rather do a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. That'll give me the hours and I'll still have my weekends. But yeah, that's basically about my job. And what else? Oh yeah. I got a favourite kid. I know I'm not supposed to have a favourite kid. It's this teeny tiny little boy, this little Japanese boy. He's like 5 years old. He is so adorable. Like, I mean, I've got a few favourites, but he is my ultimate favourite. He is my ultimate favourite. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying that I do feel bad that. Um, what else? Yeah, it was Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Wednesday. No, Thursday. Last Thursday was not last Thursday, but the Thursday before that was my birthday. I found out the Queen died, and then on that Saturday, it was, you know what? That can literally be a story time. So I'm trying to bank some things, but basically we went out. We had a really great time, and what else? Yeah, and then all last week I've been working. Met up with my boyfriend a couple times as well. We went to go see Buckingham Palace. I laid some flowers and went to see all the other flowers and things like that. And then from Friday, I was feeling a little, not like I got a cold, but it was only when I got back I thought, oh, I think I got a cold. And literally all weekend, I've been in bed. And that's my life at the moment. I was going to go to the funeral today, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be quite a lot of people there, and it's just going to be like, well, we went already and paid our respects. I mean, I'm just watching it on, well, my phone. My mum's watching it on TV. But yeah, I can feel my nose again. My nose is blocked. But yeah, that's all really. That's all I've been up to. Comment down below what you'd like to see. I am really open to suggestions, so please. That was a bit. Excuse me. Please, give me some suggestions. By the way, I'm like this because it's cold. I'm really cold. So, yeah, just give some suggestions. And, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Do all the nice things. Turn on your notifications. Share. I am super sorry that I've been MIA. I'm a bad YouTuber, but I will get better. I promise. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all the nice things. Turn on your notifications and share. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Nicole, and I'll see you next time.